Hello you wonderful people! Today we are making some mail art. What is mail art? It's basically a decorated envelope, and the one that I am making today, it's the one I'm showing you. I used Vellum and some markers, alcohol markers. So here's what we need, or you need, for this one. Basically 2 markers of a yellowy and a darker green, a piece of vellum that is 21 by 21 centimeters big, and this is making a A6 envelope, and this is the standard size here in Germany. So I've tried watercolors on vellum and it looks awful, but alcohol markers look pretty good. I have some cheap one and I use them. As you can see, they bleed a little on vellum, so I had to move fast, and I have painted some or drawn some practice pieces. To make the envelope, I used this envelope making board. I'm not sure what it's called. It's by We Are Memory Keepers, I believe. I will link it down below. This one is the old version. They have a newer version where it has some flaps and you can basically fold more than only envelopes using that. But also you don't need it. You can use whatever you have to make an envelope. It's just a tool that I have because, well, I make many envelopes. To have a nice and clean border, I taped it down onto an acrylic glass, where I taped my watercolors too. I found out that the usual masking tape that I use is way too sticky for vellum, and it ripped the first envelope a little, so I used a low-tack washi tape and then masked over it with another masking tape to prevent it all to bleed and have clean borders still. As you can see, I use pretty cheap markers. There were only a few euros for a quite big set, but as I don't use markers often, it was enough for me to try out this medium, and I know that while I kinda can use them and sometimes they are practical, like in this case, it's probably not the best medium for me. I know many are capable of making amazing marker art. I'm not one of these people. To have the lime with this, as the limes have structure, I wasn't keen on blending it completely, so I used only these 2 colors. It's a basic pattern that I have drawn, and I didn't worry a lot. Here you too can see that the alcohol ink bleeds a little on the vellum, but in the end it looks quite nice. My basic move to paint or draw limes is to paint a half moon or half circle using the chisel nib and having it narrow at the ends and a little bit wider around the center, and then paint triangles or draw triangles in this imaginative half circle, leaving some white in between. Towards the middle I add some darker color and then blend it out with a lighter color again. You have to think about what you will put inside this envelope, as the vellum is transparent, and if you use something with patterns it will show through, of course. You have to leave a little space for the address and where it's supposed to go. The white space that I have left on this envelope was just enough to fit the address that I wanted to send it to. And hint, it's already on its way. I try to be very careful removing the masking tape because I ripped the vellum before. In the end, I added some white just to add a little bit more texture and structure to the envelope and make it seem like a nice illustration. It's not a realistic but an illustrative style that I used here, and I like it. Of course, you can use a variety of yellows or oranges to make it look like a lemon or orange slices. Try to be careful when folding the envelope because it can rip. Also, I used some glue that won't shine through the vellum because liquid glues tend to shine through it. I hope you liked this one. It was a quick video, and I just felt like sharing some lines with you. Have a wonderful and creative day, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!